Hi, I'm Sha Nazir. I'm the publisher at BHP Comics. We're Scotland's leading graphic novel publisher. Until quite recently, we were Scotland's only graphic novel publisher. So we're really pleased that there's a new wave of comics and creative people coming through, especially into the publishing Scotland home of publishers. Comics in Scotland is essentially a very new thing. Even though the Dandy and Beano through DC Thompson up in Dundee have been going for some sort of 80 years, in sort of comic magazine format through newsagents, graphic novels, as in comics as books, is a relatively new thing for our industry up here. So what we found over the past kind of 15 years is a lot of younger people were making content and they were selling their work and selling themselves to DC and Marvel and getting opportunities to draw Superman and Batman and all kinds of cool things as well. But what we really wanted to try and harness in Scotland was creative people here having the opportunity to develop and build an industry. And that only comes through investing in new young people and new young talent through Scotland. So what we do is we've been going for about kind of 5 years as a publishing house. And previous to that, we were a small co-op. So we were a group of people that all like making our own comics. And we got together and we kind of thought, right, let's make our own comics and let's put them out. And we started doing that in a really easy, accessible way, which is where Comic Cons come in. So good Comic Cons, which are the ones that are focused on selling and promoting authors and writers and promoting comic books. Ones like Glasgow Comic Con, Dunfermline Comic Con, Comic Art Festival, Thought Bubble Festival in Leeds, ICE. There's loads of cool shows up and down the country. But on your doorstep, Glasgow Comic Con is just around the corner. And it's kind of the longest running convention in Scotland. So for us, that kind of show and having that kind of space where we can put comics into a place and young people who are making their own first book for the first time can go to a printer, get 100 copies made, put that story out, hire a table at Glasgow Comic Con or another con, and start showing it to the world and start kind of selling it. And that's where we grew from as a publishing house. So the leap is there to be able to take. You just have to have enough stuff that you want to keep making. So I'm just going to show you a few of our books and tell you some of the things that I really enjoy about making comics, making graphic novels. So one of the first things is really it's about discovery, right? So discovering people and discovering new talent. So this book here, Plagued, The Miranda Chronicles, is our big sort of YA teen book. And this started out as a seed of an idea by Gary Chudley, who's a writer in Glasgow, and Tanya Roberts, who's an artist in Edinburgh. And they both came to me before we were making books, and they said, hey, we've got this comic, we'd like to make this floppy comic, would you like to publish it? This is when I was still making my own stuff, just me, as a kind of co-op. And it was these guys that really inspired me to kind of go, actually, yeah, can I make someone else's work? Can I take the responsibility on of their thing and then turn it into something? And then from that it grew into three comics which we collected into a book. And from that it's become 3 volumes of a book and they've been with us really from the start. So watching their journey as creators and seeing them grow, seeing them flourish, seeing them be at Edinburgh International Book Festival talking to hundreds of children and promoting their book, from us being a few people sat in a room by ourselves 4 or 5 years ago, is a really fantastic thing to kind of see. Other things that have allowed us to be, because we've been the only kind of voice doing this in Scotland, opportunities kind of arise. So we made this book called Freedom Bound, and we got to work with the American Histories Department at the University of Glasgow. And it tells the true story of 3 enslaved people that were brought back from America to Scotland, and it shows their journey to freedom. We got to work with some amazing research and some amazing creators, and we got to put 12,000 copies of this book into every high school in Scotland. So for me, like, if I stopped working tomorrow doing this, this would be the thing I'm most proud of, because we got to make a piece of work that means something, that has a legacy far beyond our time here. And if you want something really lighthearted and fun, our new book, Roll the One, about D&D, friendship and adventure. It's a really cool, lovely, light book, and it's just really, for us, it's like finding a great artist who can tell great storytelling, and can we put them in a new place and give them a platform, This person was an indie creator for a number of years. We found their book, and all of a sudden it's now in 400 stores in Barnes & Noble in America. And for us, that's a great story. So what advice can I give you? Well, ultimately, creativity is all about finding what you love doing, okay? It's not necessarily a job to begin with. What you have to do more than anything is really enjoy the piece of creativity that you want to make. And if you want to make books, and if you want to make comics, whether you're a writer, whether you're an artist, or whether you're a designer, just keep making stories yourself and be inspired by other people. Go to Comic-Con, go and see some of the amazing people that are in Artist Alley creating their own works, making their own works, taking that leap, not being afraid that other people might see your work and not like it, because that's okay. We all make lots and lots of work, and lots of people don't like it, but lots of people do. And that's the thing about creativity. You just have to accept yourself, what's the thing that you want to make, enjoy making it, and forget about everyone else, just put it out there.